Hello, this is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com, and today we're going to be talking about the Vortex 3X Micro Magnifier. Now, magnifiers have become a lot more popular over the years because it's a good balance between having an LPVO, which is a low variable powered optic, versus having a red dot. So the benefit of having a red dot is that for primarily most of the time, a red dot will do what most people need to be done within the environments they're going to be dealing with. For example, in a home defense situation or anything between 0 and 70-ish yards, you should be fine without a magnifier. However, once you start adding variables like the potential for a civilian casualty or something that you need a lot more precision for, or going beyond 70 to 100 yards, then having something that's 3X or a little bit above should be very comfortable to be able to have on your rifle. Now, I had the original 3X magnifier from Vortex way back, and they were nice at the time because it was still something cool that you could have flip in front of your optic. However, it was definitely heavy. They had a very weird design for some reason where you had to flip the magnifier towards the left side for right-handed shooters, which for right-handed shooters, you want it to flip the other way. So right now, if I flip it, it goes off to the right versus the other one, it flipped to the left. Now, again, for a right-handed shooter, if you have both eyes open, then you're blocking your whole left side peripheral vision, which isn't ideal. So you have to actually flip the mount around, and then you have to grab it a weird way. There's also a button lever that you have to press in order to actuate it for it to be able to move, and it wasn't great. So obviously I didn't keep it on my rifle. Coming now to 2020, 2021, they've come up with a micro, which means it's definitely lighter, it's shorter, of a smaller package. I think it only uses 3 rail slots on the top of your rifle, which is amazing, and it only uses friction to be able to move it off to the right and left, which is really great. Now, if you watched the previous video that we put up, I recently got the Reptilia 193 mount for my rifle. So the optic is raised a little bit higher than a standard lower 1/3 or absolute co-witness mount. Now, with that, you need to be able to get a riser to put for the magnifier to be able to bring it up to the level where it would actually still be comfortable. Because if you were using the lower 1/3 adapter that the Vortex Micro comes with, then you're able to get a regular optic leveled, but not if you have anything above that. So since I have a 193 mount from Reptilia Core, I actually went on eBay and just got a cheap one just for now to test it out. I got a 1/2-inch riser for the magnifier, and now with the lower 1/3 adapter connected, and now it works perfectly fine. What I found that's actually very interesting is that even when I was using the Unity mount, if I had a 1/2-inch riser with the lower 1/3 adapter on the 3X Micro, I didn't need anything more than that to be able to actually see through the 2.25 mount, which is made by Unity Tactical, which is very interesting. So the range of adjustment for the optic actually is pretty high and pretty adjustable, to the point that I was able to use a Unity 2.25 riser with my red dot and actually still use this standard Vortex 3X magnifier, which is really, really cool. It doesn't look really that great because you could see that it doesn't perceive to be level, but it actually worked very well, which is actually very interesting. So to go through some of the specs with what this new magnifier comes with, the overall length of it is 2.9 inches. The magnifier weight itself is 6.9. I believe with the mount, it ends up being roughly 9.5 ounces when it comes to the weight of it. The eye relief on it is actually very interesting, with a 2.64-inch eye relief of the optic. So you don't actually need to be crunched up really, really, really close. At this point, when I'm doing it like this, it's really kind of ridiculous. If I get just regularly comfortable and just dip my head, so this is pretty standard to the way I'd be holding my rifle, and I actually could see it perfectly well. I don't see any black marks around the edges, which means I'm getting a very clear, very nice field of view when it comes to it. And at 100 yards, the field of view is 38.2 feet, which is, again, very nice. So the weight of this, the construction of it is actually very nice. It's black hard anodized, which is great. It has the rear focus knob, which you could adjust to your eye. The adjustments, remember that when you're switching the adjustments on the optic, it doesn't change your 0. It just changes the leveling of the reticle that you'll see. So you're making sure that you're fine tuning it to your eye. So for me, this is perfectly level. It's perfectly centered. I'm able to see very well with it for long range. And for someone else who wants to adjust it, you have to use the standard mounts that it comes with. So it comes with these caps that have an adjustment ring on them. So you're able to make those fine-tune adjustments. And overall, again, it's very nice. So this is still very much an initial impressions video. I did go to the range range with it a few times and test it out. And again, initially it was very, very nice. I'm curious to see about that eye relief since it's a little bit bigger than some of the other ones that are offered on the market, to kind of see how that plays in regard to being able to be in different odd positions. But it so far looks very, very nice. Again, the optical adjustment in the back, you can adjust to your eye, which is very cool. I love the fact that it's friction fit. So it's very quick to be able to open it and close it when you're trying to get onto the gun. As well as also, it has a quick detach system on the side, which means that if you're not interested in using it for that day and you're at the range, you can just press the button in the front, pull open the lever, remove it, and now you could just, again, for my rifle, since I need the 0.5 inch riser, I can leave it there, but it's very minimal to be able to look at. And I could just run it to be a little bit of a lighter platform. And if I needed to, again, you push it in, you push it forward, and then you mount it up, and it's pretty straightforward in being able to lock very tightly, very securely. And since it's not a red dot where you're worried about needing to re-zero it, you can just keep taking it on and off with ease, and it still functions very well. This optic was actually provided to me through opticsports.com. They're the same people who sent me the Holosun 508T, which is, we just have to make an update video on that because something happened with it that's very interesting. But if you're looking for this optic to be able to get at a very affordable price, I get no kickback from being able to say this, but you could go to opticsports.com, use code Tactical Rabbi, the Tactical Rabbi. I'll put the link just to make sure that I said it correctly, and you can be able to save a chunk of money from purchasing it. So yes, as an overall impressions video, this is actually showing to be very nice. I'm going to do an update video at some point with more range content so you guys could see what it looks like being able to be used at the range. But again, overall, so far, very, very nice to be able to use, very easy to function. And as of now, it'll be very cool if it functions the way it does to be able to recommend it. This is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com. Thank you for watching.